Hello, this is Alan Wheeler with a short video for my English students. Today I want to describe the bare bones basics of MLA-style parenthetical citations. And here's an example that probably covers 90% of what students need to know when writing an academic essay such as the final exam for my class. The most important thing to remember is that when introducing the source material or the quotation, often, students must present the author's name. The bare minimum is the author's last name, and a parenthetical page citation. So in this example, Mayers, the author's name is here in the front, and at the end, the page number is presented in parentheses. Now here are the 5 details that I ask students to check each other in the assignment on Blackboard. First of all, check for a signal phrase. So in this case, Mayers writes is the phrase that introduces the source material. So if I were just to place that quote with no introduction into the middle of a paragraph, it would be what we call a drop quote, and it's not integrated very well. So we want that signal phrase. Next, notice that the verb is in the present tense. We call that literary present tense, and it's just a convention that we follow when presenting source material in this manner. So Mayers writes. Number 3, we need a comma if a complete standalone sentence is being introduced. So this is an introductory comma here. This is similar to dialogue in novels. You will see this done. You need this or. It needs to be blended into the grammar of the student sentence. So if it's a phrase or something that's not standalone, then it needs to be blended into the sentence grammatically. So that's a choice. I'll show an example in a minute. Number 4, anything in the quotation marks must be the exact words from the source. No misspellings, nothing added, nothing subtracted. So you must quote the exact words. If not, I'll show you an example of a paraphrase in a moment. There are cases where you can add things in brackets or remove things with the 3 ellipses points, but you probably need to investigate further on the Purdue Online Writing Lab or Google that, those particulars. Finally, number 5, the punctuation, especially at the close, you have the page number in parentheses, and the period that would normally be inside the closing quotation has been moved out here. So that period captures the parenthetical citation as part of that complete sentence. Now, a couple variations that you may want to use. There are times when, for whatever reason, you don't want to use the author's name in the signal phrase. In that case, the author's name can appear in the parenthetical citation. So here, Mayers, space, page 53. There's no comma, no P added, just the last name, space, page number. So here, one MS sufferer claims that she is not a disease. Notice here that just a phrase from the quote is blended in to the student's sentence. So this is an option. You don't want to have the author's name in the signal phrase and in the parenthetical citation for good luck or whatever. Don't do that. Here's an example of a complete paraphrase. So there's no exact words quoted here. Mayers claims that she is more than her MS. Page 53. So again, the period has been moved from the end of the sentence to after the page citation. And so this is just an example of a complete paraphrase. One other variation, this article was originally in the textbook we were using on page 53. The quote was on page 53. Now it's linked to an online source that does not have pagination. There are no page numbers. So one option would be to list the paragraph number. In this case, PAR period and the paragraph number. You do not, it's page numbers are by default, so you need no page or no P or anything here. But if you're using line numbers from poetry or paragraph or section numbers, that has to be displayed in the citation. This is how you would do it for paragraphs. So those are the nuts and bolts of parenthetical citations. I hope that helps you, and good luck.